Hi, I'm Colin Hartnett, Principal Timpanist of the Chattanooga Symphony and Opera. I started playing drums in the 4th grade, which is basically in public school when you can start playing an instrument. And the reason I chose the drums is because a very close friend of mine who was a grade older than me had chosen the drums. And he lasted about a year and a half, and I'm still going. So that was the main reason. And you know, later in college is when I kind of started leaning towards specializing in timpani, just because I really enjoy the music, and timpani is used in a lot more repertoire. It's you know, from Baroque period to the present, whereas percussion is a lot more romantic, late romantic and modern music. I think the first thing I can remember in terms of a performance memory is kind of a funny story, which was when I was in middle school. And if anybody has ever played a snare drum, you know that there's a little mechanism where you can take the snares on and off. So when you have the snares on, you kind of get this really sharp, crisp sound, and when you take the snares off, it sounds like a tom-tom. And this was like, I think, a middle school summer band camp or something like that, and we were playing a piece called Drummer's Delight, I think it was called, and I was the featured snare drum soloist. And I think that I remember I turned the snares off, I knocked the snares off or something. It's supposed to be like a big drum solo, snare drum, and I started playing and there's no snares. It just sounds like a tom-tom. And I remember my band director had to stop the whole piece and we had to start over, and I felt so embarrassed. But I think anyone who has played the drums or the snare drum has a story like that, that you forget the snares are not on and they're supposed to be, and you start playing and you're like looking down trying to fidget and throw the snares back on. I didn't realize till kind of later in my mid-20s that I wanted to be a professional musician, and it was kind of because I realized I was in school for a master's in computer science, and I realized I was basically neglecting my classes in order to play music. And that kind of made me realize that maybe I should, do the thing that I love and want to spend time on and try to do that professionally. Oh, my main interests, I'm a huge hockey fan. I grew up in New Jersey, so I'm a New Jersey Devils fan. I also am very into cooking. I like to cook. My wife and I like to cook. And I like to work out. I go to the gym a lot. My advice, if you're specifically interested in the timpani, is to make sure you never neglect training your ear, because as timpani, as opposed to other percussion instruments, intonation is really important. And I think, as anyone will learn, it's not that easy to play timpani perfectly in tune. It takes a lot of both ear training at the piano or vibraphone away from the instrument, and just focused practice at the instrument, trying to learn how to play in tune. I invite you to join us this season to help inspire, engage, and enrich the Chattanooga community. Visit our website at www.chattanoogasymphony.org for more information about me and the CSO and our current season.